And hello, everyone, and welcome into Insider Gaming Weekly, a video game podcast. It is episode 36. We're racing towards the end of the year. We're racing towards episode 52. Our 1 year is doing this show. Of course, I am Mike Straw, one of Insider Gaming's senior editors. Joined with me, as always, by my co-senior editor, Grant Taylor Hill, senior producer, A to the P, Albert Perkins, and the Gong Lord himself, Tom Henderson. Fellas, what started off as I don't know what I'm going to have us talk about this week turned into a week where I don't know what I'm going to not have us talk about, which always makes for one of the best shows. How you guys doing?
Doing good, Mike. Is it me, or does that seem to happen to us every single week we do the show? It feels like things just kind of start off slow. Oh, well, man, what are we going to be talking about on the podcast this week? And then all of a sudden it just blows up that same day.
It feels that way.
Yeah,
it feels that way.
100%.
Grant, how you doing? You're muted, buddy.
Someone
please, didn't have to be muted for that one.
Screenshot that look that he just had. That was freaking perfect.
Man, yeah, I'm good, man. We had a good Fallout themed day. We had our Fallout Day celebration, so I'm feeling good, man. There's a lot of good stuff revealed. I'm very excited.
Tom, fun times, Tom.
Yeah, fun times indeed. I'm good as well. I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be juicy.
We got nothing going on though. We got absolutely nothing going on today. Wrong. We have plenty to talk about. We have Xbox being killed by Microsoft, it seems. More problems and layoffs at Ubisoft, and Battlefield 6 changes are afoot. Before we get into that, a reminder, you can follow us on social media. Just look for Insider Gaming. You can like and subscribe here on YouTube if you're watching. And if you're listening to us after the fact, we are on all audio platforms. Be sure to rate the show 5 stars. Subscribe to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, or Amazon Music, Pocket Casts, and more. Also, join the Insider Gaming Discord. Link is in the description below. It is the fastest growing gaming Discord community there is, and it's going to be important in the near future. A bit more important, I think, in the coming weeks and months, if I had to venture a guess. But let's start the show, or the segments, with what we do every week, because there's, at least for me, some games to talk about. What have you been playing? Grant, we'll kick it off with you this week.
Bit of a mixed bag, actually. So a kind of random one that I've been enjoying the last few days is Far Cry 6, which is really weird because I think when I did my ranking of all the Far Cry games, it didn't get, it didn't score too high. But I've gone back on it now with like a fresh lease, and a new perspective. And I'm actually really, really enjoying it. It's like really underrated now, I think. So I might have to adjust that list a bit. But I've been playing a bit of that. I was playing a bit of Escape from Duckov, as was something like 250,000 concurrent people on Steam, which is crazy when you think about it.
For a single-player parody game, basically.
A single-player parody where you control birds killing other birds. But it's a great game. It's actually really good fun. It's really enjoyable. So there's that. And then I think that's it. I think that's about it. I am very excited. I usually haven't one of these up here. I haven't installed it just yet, but Powerwash Simulator 2 is out today. And I have probably put something like 200 hours into Powerwash Simulator. It's like the ultimate chill out game. It's so satisfying, and I cannot wait to see what the second one's like. So I'm going to get that installed and sink some hours into that. But it's so good, man.
Tom, you playing anything? I don't think you have time. Are you finally playing Deus Ex?
No.
You have to beat the original before the remaster comes out.
Yes. It's so boring, man. I'm just playing Battlefield. Like, that's it. I'm at 71 hours now. So
Battlefield. Sorry, I completely forgot. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield. How the hell did I forget that?
Because clearly it's a forgettable game.
Oh, I literally was playing it last night or the night before for like 4 hours, and I've completely just, man.
Yeah, so yeah, just Battlefield. I'm just still really enjoying it.
Nice.
I feel like I'm at that age now where I would play a game for like 10 hours and then kind of get bored of it. But with this one, it's just enjoyable every time I jump onto it. I think the thing with what Battlefield does really well is it gives you a lot of options when it comes to gameplay. So one time you can be running around as a medic. The next time you can be in a helicopter raining down bullets on infantry and tanks. The next game you could be in a tank, and the change of like what you can do in the game just makes it refreshing every single time. Whereas I guess a more traditional FPS like Call of Duty, although I really enjoy Call of Duty, it gets very, very repetitive, right? And that's just because of even things like the map size. I could even go onto one of the Black Ops 2 remastered maps when Black Ops 7 comes out, and I know at the start of the match exactly where everyone's going to be because they all follow the same paths and all that kind of stuff. And typically, even a few minutes in, like you've learned the spawns and all that kind of stuff. And with Battlefield, just because of the scale, I guess it's just a lot different and a lot more enjoyable. And maybe we'll get onto it later, but there is a rumor that we might be getting the Battle Royale very soon. So I'll probably be talking Battlefield next week as well.
You're talking it every week, apparently, at this rate. For me, it's been a game that I can finally talk about as of on Tuesday was Dispatch, the game starring Aaron Paul, Laura Bailey, Aaron Yvette, like it's such a good game. It makes me miss old Telltale games. I want to talk about it so much, but it's so hard for me to talk about without spoiling the show. And I call it a show because it's basically it's a show that you play. It is so well done. The acting is perfect. The voice acting is perfect. The visuals, it's a more polished looking. It makes me think of Invincible, and it's much more polished looking with everything. Characters are great. The first 2 episodes came out yesterday. Luckily, this is where I get to brag about being media. I already had access to the next 2 episodes, which come out next week. Played those last night, and my God, the people who were playing this game, when it gets to the next 2 episodes, it starts to get really, really good and really makes you question everything you do, which makes me want to replay it after I'm done to see if I did something different, how it would play out. But we have 2 episodes this week, 2 next week, 2 on November 5th, and then 2 on November 12th. 8 episodes for what they're calling a season, which is very nice to hear. Not this whole game or whatever. They're hoping, and they kind of said this when I did my preview for Insider Gaming, that they want this to be a continuing thing, and they designed it to be a continuing arc. So the hope is that we do see more of it, and with how it's been received with wish lists and just the amount of people, it leads to me thinking there's a good shot. It's on PC and PC and PlayStation 5. My guess is more people will buy the game after everything comes out, but it's got a positive review on Steam. Things are going good. I've also been playing a lot of Ball Pit. Ball Pit is a roguelike brick breaker base building game. Takes all these things and mushes them into a way that it is the perfect one more run type of game. They take no more than 15 minutes a run. You can even speed them up as you progress to 12 minutes, 10 minutes, and it's just so fun. The different balls that you can unlock, like shoot columns of a laser vertically or shoot rows horizontally, freezing, burning, a vampire ball, which as it hits, it has a percentage chance of healing you as it hits, like a life steal. And then every ball you can collect can be meshed, can be morphed together, fused together to create something completely different and chaotic. And it's just so good. All the characters are fun. It's on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, it's on Steam. It's Switch. It's so good. It's so good.
Man, sounds awesome.
Yeah, Molly says it. Molly knows because she heard me talk about it the other day. Characters have these special balls. And it's weird to talk about it because like I remember I was talking about it the other day and my wife just chuckles because the amount of times I said balls in a sentence. So that's where I've been playing. It's been fun. AP.
Man, you might as well just skip me because unfortunately, I have not played any video games in the past week. Yeah. It's just been, I kind of hinted to you guys a little bit there in our staff Discord. And it's just been kind of hell at work recently and everything. And by the time I'm done with work, I got to, working on doing house stuff, making dinner, that sort of thing, just adult shit. And then
did you
at the
fight
end of the day,
Wife.
I know. It's
did I
the
fight
worst?
him? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. We're getting to that point though, Mike.
I sell tickets. I'll market it. We'll get it on the air. We'll air it live on Insider Gaming along.
Yes.
It'll be the pre-show leading into my Just Dance stream. Which will happen at a certain. I do want to think of what the threshold has to be for me to do that.
I love it.
Is it a 10,000 subscriber on YouTube? Do we celebrate something else? I don't know, but it's going to happen eventually, and it's going to be the most embarrassing thing I do on camera.
I'm totally going to
I think that I remember doing on camera.
I'll be in the chat moderating that. That'll be freaking great.
Why don't you do it when we next go to Summer Games Fest?
We just I do it from the hotel.
Yes.
Just do it in my hotel room. This is what happens after dinner at Yard House.
Yeah, it would work out because you'd have enough alcohol in you or whatever.
Yeah.
Just,
to where, or I'll just have enough. I'll have enough Cokes. Where apparently Coke is my elixir because Tom convinces me to do shit when I'm drinking Coca-Cola, unless he did something to it. I don't know, but
not rum and Coke, just straight Coca-Cola.
It was just straight Coke. When a certain incident happened this past summer in LA, it was me going, I don't know if I should. Tom going, no, just do it. To me, drinking my Coke and going, all right. And charging. That was at a time when Grant had abandoned us for his hotel room.
I was already gone too.
Yeah, you were gone.
I had left too. Yeah.
Because it was the night you left because you had to get up early the next morning.
Exactly.
So you missed the fun.
I missed all of it. Yeah.
You good times. I can't wait. I can't wait. Also, there is one game that we got to exclusively reveal at Insider Gaming before we get into the news. It was called Monolith Rogue Tower Defense. And we were given the chance to exclusively reveal the trailer and all that stuff. I'm hit or miss on tower defense games usually, but the idea of playing a tower defense game where you are the attacking villain sold me. And I kind of can't wait to try it out.
Yeah, it's usually the other way around, right?
Yeah. I'm like, oh no, I gotta keep my castle protected. Nah, this is all about what can I do to destroy your castle. And the idea of that, if it goes well enough, the idea of it potentially being a multiplayer game piques my interest too. A one-on-one tower defense game would be so much fun. But that is a game that's coming out in the future. We need to talk about games and companies that are out now. And we're going to start...
Not for long.
Yeah. That's the NFL. Not for long. We're going to start with our good old pals up in Redmond, Washington, Xbox and Microsoft. Oh, it's been a great time. Before we do, reminder, leave a like, subscribe, join the Discord, link in the description below. But Microsoft, we were going to talk about what Sarah Bond had said and Xbox dev kits and all this, but a report dropped today that kind of took precedent a bit over it, that Microsoft reportedly wants Xbox to hit profit margins of 30%. Now, for those that don't know, it's pretty easy to understand what a profit margin is. It's a gap between the sales revenue and the cost of a product. So, for example, if your game costs $100 million to make, to hit that 30% profit margin, your game needs to sell $143 million in copies. So you make $43 million in revenue, in net revenue, but that profit margin is the 30%. Traditionally, according to Bloomberg and S&P Global Market Intelligence, the industry wants profit margins around 17 to 22%. And the industry hasn't gone past that 22% in 7 years. Microsoft alone 2 years ago, reported a 12% profit margin. So that's part one of Microsoft's ordeal. And when I saw that this morning, I woke up this morning, I did to do some running around, saw that you had written it and you caught it, Tom. My God, they actively seem to me they want Microsoft to die, or they got in way over their head when they acquired Activision. It's one of two things.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of the. I mean, like let's be honest here. We're not really that big in terms of Xbox insider information, right? Like I don't have sources over there that will tell me a lot of this stuff. But I think from the people who do and what they've been reporting is that it's all coming from Amy Hood, right? Like she's the one putting all of these, frankly, like absurd targets on not just Xbox but Microsoft as a whole. And I think that probably the Activision deal was the catalyst to that, because they're not seeing that 69 billion back from Activision for a long time.
Ever.
But they want it now, right? Probably ever, but they want it now. And it's just weird, man. Like, it's very unfortunate, because I feel like I've heard time and time again that Xbox is currently going through this transition period. It's time and time again I keep hearing the word transition, and it just doesn't feel like that anymore, to be honest. It feels like they're just still digging the grave, and it's just getting deeper and deeper, and no one's backfilling it in.
A transition period's not supposed to be like a long period of time, right? I mean, like, this has been going on for a minute, I feel like.
Well, the major layoff started, was it 18 months ago? Was it January 2024 was the first big one?
Yeah, I think you're right, Tom.
I don't like, I really do feel, especially with what's been said about the next gen Xbox, it potentially being a hybrid PC and all that kind of stuff. I feel like nobody wants that. I feel like they're missing the point of what a console is and should be. Well, I understand the strategy of like Play Anywhere and all that kind of stuff. If they're going to release $1,000 PC / console hybrid, whatever it's going to be, I've got a feeling like Xbox probably isn't going to see the end of the decade, to be honest.
Wow.
The $1,000, like, that's immediately where my mind went when Sarah Bond made those comments that it's going to be a high-end premium.
I mean,
console players don't want that.
No,
at all.
But the thing is, right, is that I agree with everyone that the next generation consoles are probably going to be in that $800 range, right?
It would be amazing for Sony to come out and go, which is going to be, it's still too expensive, but they come out and say, hey, the PS6 is $650.
Yeah, I think $799 is where it's going to be, to be honest. But if Xbox are going to do this weird hybrid console PC type of deal and think that they're going to flog it for $1,000, it's done. It's over, in my opinion. And maybe that's what they want secretly, because we are seeing them kind of take this publisher approach now, releasing everything on PC, releasing everything on PlayStation 5. Now we're starting to see games go over to Nintendo Switch too, so maybe that's what they want in a way. But yeah, I think Xbox, as we know it, are in real big trouble. And I really wouldn't be surprised if they just announce like they're out of the console market or whatever by the end of the decade, if that's the route they're going to go down, because everyone's just going to buy play. There's no need to buy an Xbox anymore.
No, and I threw a poll in the Discord and I wanted to see just generally what people thought, where Xbox, or what does it look like over the next 10 years? 67% of the people, Xbox is gone. It's all just Microsoft. And then other people say it, like the rest said they think it's just only a Game Pass software company. So it seems like everybody's kind of on that thing where in 10 years, like I still, part of me believes it's just going to be, they're going to at least have a streaming box of some sort for cloud gaming. But if they don't have everything integrated to every smart TV and Roku and whatever it may be, but it's kind of hard to think that they're just going to put out this next Xbox because they're so far into it now and they have to recoup money with it. As opposed to anything else.
I mean, I was always of the belief that this was the next Xbox was probably going to be the last one for Xbox anyway. But now with what, Cerebon's been saying in the interviews and all that kind of stuff, I'm just of the mind, I'm really of the mind that something's going to go catastrophically wrong mid-generation of the next gen Xbox. And they're just going to pull the plug on it. Because they've just put themselves in this weird position where you literally do not need an Xbox anymore. You don't. Apart from Game Pass, right? Apart from Game Pass, where, I mean, arguably, we said this time and time again, everybody wants a PC now anyway. And if they're going to flog a $1,000 Xbox PC, why would you not just spend another $300-$400 and get a PC?
Exactly. At that point, you can get a really good even gaming laptop for about $1,200.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, here's my thing. I don't understand how they don't see that they're just kind of like digging their own grave with this.
Xbox sees it. I guarantee you, Xbox, Phil Spencer, like, as much as shit you want to give them, Matt Booty, they see it. It's this side. Satya and Amy. Like, these are the ones that
want them to go the other direction.
We saw it in the chat. When you spend $70 billion on a purchase, you suddenly have dad's attention, making sure you're making the money back you just spent.
I agree.
If that deal doesn't happen, they're probably just still coasting along doing their own thing.
It's
crazy. Got it.
But you brought up Sarah Bond. She had an interview with Mashable. And in that interview, she brought up the idea of exclusives and them going third party and being more the publisher route. She said that people are evolving past exclusives and that, quote, the idea of locking it to one store or one device is antiquated for most people. My immediate thought will always go to ask Nintendo how that works out for them.
Ask PlayStation. It's exactly the same.
Same.
Granted, Nintendo's on a bigger scale, right? They do their own thing, but I guarantee we're not seeing God of War on the Xbox next gen. Like, it's just not happening.
We're rarely seeing PS5 PlayStation games launch day and date with PC. What they're doing, they seem to, other than Helldivers, they seem to be super content with, we'll put it on PC in about a year.
Stagger it out. Yep.
Yeah, because they're getting that second or third or whatever injection of revenue after the holidays and all that kind of good stuff. And it makes sense to do it that way. It makes absolute sense. Microsoft, Xbox, whatever, have gone down the route of let's just try and get it on every device, which in its own right, I would argue that it is a good strategy. But just this past, it seems like it's every bloody week now that something bad comes out about Xbox. And this past week, with everything that's come out, it just tells me that they're in a really, really dire situation.
And I think it's only, obviously, we all think it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Layoffs are coming. We know that. And we'll talk more about industry layoffs in a minute, but layoffs, the writing's on the wall. They are coming. I don't know if we'll see more studio closures, but I don't think we'll have a day like we had in July within the next 6 months, but it'll be close to it. But it won't be where it spreads across, 15 studios.
Yeah. The issue is if they do have what I see this now is that they've got the suits breathing down the necks, right? Like every move they make, every project is being scrutinized by the suits. If one game does 15% profit margin, which is industry standard for the most part, it's not 30%, so they're going to gut it.
I know. Hey, this game, this game cost you $100 million to make. You made $15 million in net revenue after $115 million in sales, which probably means you sold well over 1 million copies.
Yeah.
Too bad, so sad. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I think I can't remember. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was in Jason's report where it said this is like on an individual project basis. It's not just for Xbox as a whole, right? Like
As a whole, okay.
like it's not just 30% of a profit margin for Xbox. It's for the projects within it, or it might have been a different report. It might have been like a Windows Central or Tom Warren or whatever at The Verge input in that. But I definitely I'm sure I read that somewhere. So if a project
says in the report, that usually reserved for a publisher, but he says in the past game makers at Xbox weren't asked to hit specific numerical targets and were largely told to focus on making the best games possible without worrying too much about finances. But this new target was implemented in fall 2023 by Amy Hood, whose team has taken a larger role in gaming business in recent years. So it seems the way it's worded is that, this is on a per studio, per game project.
Scary, man. It's very scary.
And I mean, and you see it, like Microsoft is going to claw back what they can. The Alley Cat says it. Halo PS5 announcement tomorrow. Yeah. Like there's no way that's not the big, that's not part of the big announcement tomorrow. We know we're getting the Halo game.
It's from what I understand, it's Halo CE remastered coming to Xbox, PC, and PS5.
Yeah. And I will probably, where I talk so much shit about Grant being a sucker, I am going to be a sucker. I'm going to be a monster hypocrite, and I will buy that on PS5.
How am I a sucker? I'm a capitalist, right? Or something like that. Like.
I talked to you about, buying into Escape from Tarkov and that expensive edition, or when you bought Starfield's expensive edition. Yeah. When you Call of Duty, when you made the post about, I think I'm back. Like, that's, but this is me being, I think I'm back. Talking all this shit about Microsoft and stuff. And they're going to announce Halo coming to PS5, and I'm going to go, I'm in.
You make a good point, though. I think I spent something, what was it, like 400 euros on Tarkov. I don't know what that equates to in money, but...
You're the elitist capitalist.
I'm the elite. That's it. That's the one. My official title.
Fuzzing the Starfield watch is pretty dope.
The Starfield watch, it got replaced with an actual smartwatch, but it worked for like a month or two, and then it just packed up. And if you look at the track records for the watches, everyone else is pretty much the same. They just fell apart after like a month. So I still have it. I just don't. It doesn't work.
Yeah, you got it.
It's now a paperweight prop type of thing.
Paperweight. How much paper you weigh now with a watch?
I mean, you can at least weigh one piece of paper down with a watch.
Yeah, there you go.
In theory, you can use your Xbox Series SRX soon, so you got your paperweight sorted.
Welcome to the this is an Xbox. It's a paperweight. Yes.
Yep. Exactly.
Yes. Oh, Salty still rocking his plastic duffel bag. The plastic duffel bag. Wasn't it supposed to be a canvas bag?
Supposed to be canvas, but there were like canvas shortages or something.
Jeez.
And they didn't tell anybody?
No, they didn't. Even the people, the people making the game didn't know about it until it turned up at their house, and they were like, "What is this?"
Oh, it's ridiculous.
We'll talk about Fallout later when we get to the bite-sized bits segment, because today was Fallout Day, and there's a little bit of news that came out of that. But topic number 2, we're going back to our favorite company, our true favorite company to report on Insider Gaming, and that's the great people of Ubisoft. And their great benevolent CEO, what's his name?
Why Vescolimot?
Yes. We had more layoffs and restructuring, and this one I lost my mind on. So weeks after the launch of Vantage Studios, where they take advantage of their employees and the consumer, which focuses on AC, Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and Far Cry, they had layoffs at 2 different studios and restructuring. The first that was announced was Ubisoft RedLynx. If you don't know, the developers of the Trials series. This is a studio that is going to see they had a proposal, and they're going to negotiate in collective bargaining with the staff which means they're laying off up to 60 people, and they're converting themselves to a mobile only studio. No longer multi-platform. They are going to be focused on just mobile games, or as they like to say, small screens. The bigger one that we don't know the number of people affected just yet. They have not. They've given me a statement, but it was the same statement they gave to everybody, and they continue to ignore the hey, but how many people are going to be impacted? Massive Entertainment, the developers of The Division and Star Wars Outlaws, among other titles, Avatar, are holding what they call a voluntary career transition program. Their statement was the biggest word salad to say, hey, we're laying off a bunch of people. This program will run towards or through December 15th. Those who take up on it will get compensation. They'll get a severance package that laid off employees often do. And as far as who's being targeted, it will be inter-project employees, basically those who were on contracts and waiting to be assigned to new projects. Their game they had been working on has already been released. Updates are done. It's out in the wild, or they don't need as many people to keep it going. So these are who they're going to be targeting. But the fact, it also comes just after, on the other side at Vantage Studios, Mark Alexis Côté, after 20 years at Ubisoft, left, and he decided to put out his own statement a bit on it, and we'll get to that in a second. But massive, the voluntary career transition program, there's nothing voluntary about it. It's not like the employees asked about it can go, nah, I want to stay, and they go, okay. Like, it's not happening. If you're targeted, if they tell you, you're gone. And I don't think I've seen, like, the corporate grossness of that statement bothered me in so many ways. I think we'd be demonetized if I really said how I feel. Yeah. I'd be put on a list.
Yeah. I did actually get clarification from PR from our article, so this is definitely not going to annoy you. But basically, they said it's a voluntary leave, what we call a voluntary redundancy plan. So we're not laying people off as such. I know the outcome is similar, but the process is a lot different. Is what
it's like they're saying if you want it, you can have it, but you don't have to take it.
Yes, but the thing is, if everybody who has been given this option says we don't want it, what happens to them? They get laid off, right? Like, that's probably how it's going to work.
You either take this voluntary package and get severance, or we just fire you and you get nothing. That's what it is. So,
yeah, like Ubisoft are Ubisoft are pretty unique in the fact that they don't really do mass layoffs. I think we have reported on several layoffs, right, over the past 18 to 24 months, but they've always been 60 here, 90 there, and that kind of stuff. But what Ubisoft tend to do is they just don't renew the contracts, basically. So it's not a layoff as such, but it's the same effects, right? Like, I think Ubisoft have decreased 1,500 employees in the past 18 months, somewhere around there, but we probably know about 400 of them as actual layoffs.
Am I crazy, though, or is that not, like, better, right? If they're going to be making cuts and shit anyway, like, we know some of these places are ruthless. They'll just kick you out as soon as look at you, right? Is it not better for them to, like, recognize that they've got to do some streamlining, they've got to do some housekeeping and say, we want you guys to have this opportunity to take away something and go off with a bit of cash in your pocket to another job?
It depends on where it is. Most places, depending on the company and location, it doesn't matter. They're for you. They have to give you it unless they've gone bankrupt and they're shutting down. They have to. So I don't know. Okay. Obviously, I don't know how France law works. If someone maybe in the chat can enlighten me or email, I don't know if that's a case where they have to give it anyway, or if this is how it is. But I know at companies I've worked at, some, granted, I was part of a union at one of them. If they were letting you go, like, legally, they had to give you something, even if you were fired for cause.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure how it works either. Obviously, Ubisoft.
Like, it sounds better. Like, your mindset makes sense. It sounds better, but again, it's just word salad of, like, what people are saying in the chat. It's not voluntary, it's voluntold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's layoffs, right? Like that's the. I don't know if this makes it any better. I guess there is an argument to say that it is better because they are giving you something, but we hear about these types of packages all the time. And usually in the grand scheme of things, I will tell you that they do not equate to much. You know, we hear it like training packages and severance and all that kind of stuff, and it just doesn't add up to much. And a lot of people that even got laid off last year are still now on LinkedIn with the green banner open to work because they can't. It's not done anything. So it's definitely better than just laying people off, but at the same time, just say it as it is. It's a layoff, right? Like, you don't need to sugarcoat it. We know that these are going to come with Ubisoft more and more over the next year or two. So just say it as it is, I guess.
Right.
And speaking of departures, I brought him up. Mark Alexis Côté, who's the head of Assassin's Creed. He had made a post on LinkedIn after Ubisoft made a statement thanking him and saying they were disappointed that he chose to leave. And, you know, again, corporate speak. In his post, he said he was asked to step aside. Quote, "The truth is simple. I did not make that choice. Ubisoft decided to transfer the leadership of the Assassin's Creed franchise to someone closer to its new organizational structure. A different position was mentioned, but it did not carry the same scope, mandate, or continuity with the work I had been entrusted with in recent years. So he left. Don't blame him at all. Like we talked about it last week. He's a guy that he's gone and he'll pick up and latch on somewhere else or do what he wants in this industry. But man, we kind of had that feeling when they announced who was going to be running Vantage Studios and, you know, the Nepo hire and stuff like that. But it just feels like he kind of got shafted. They were like, yeah, we want you to stay, but not really. So they gave him something that they knew he would refuse.
Yeah, it's like just putting someone at the back of the class, right? Who's got poor eyesight and being like, yeah, you can still do it. You can still read off the board, but you're at the back now. So he just decided to be a bad little student and walk out.
Right?
That's the worst analogy ever, by the way, but
it makes sense.
But it totally makes sense.
It's like, I've seen it at companies. Like I've been involved in companies that's had mergers, and the manager was like, and I've seen it where a manager, my old manager, was given still a quote management position, but had all of the management duties taken away.
Duties.
God damn it. Basically forcing his own thing. Alley Cat, thank you for the $5 super chat. Got to get back to work. So see you guys. Thanks again for what you do. Expect that Knights of the Old Republic article soon, Tom.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Someone's going to believe that. They're going to clip that part. Expect that Knights of the Old Republic article soon. It's coming. Tom Henderson says Knights of the Old Republic is coming on Reddit. We'll see that on in an hour.
I didn't say when.
No, you didn't, but someone will still put up. Henderson says
it's coming. Yep.
What's coming? You don't know. When's it coming? No one knows. Like,
classic.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Damn it.
Nah, it's fine. People understand.
They don't.
Tone and
no
context.
No.
The thing is, nowadays, man, you can just alter the way you sound with AI. So
let's stop on that one. We'll get into that too in a minute.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain series that's likely getting games made out of AI, and it bothers me too. Battlefield. We talked about it at the beginning of the show because Tom has sweated his way through it. We've had some changes over the past couple weeks, especially over the last week. Bot farming XP farming bot lobbies have been nerfed to where the only thing you're getting in the portal are 150% completion percentage bonus. They are removing and leaving warnings to Call of Duty inspired lobbies. Emails were being sent out of maps that look. One of them, the big one, was Shipment, which was made within a day. They had multiple versions of that within a day. I was watching videos and streams of people playing on it. So impressive. to see what people actually can do with maps and how quick. But now it's based on feedback. They're now testing progression on PvE and curated servers within Portal. That's a lot there. Grant, what do you think, or do you think it was the right decision to nerf the XP bot lobbies, or because of how long it took? Granted, they did say they're working on the progression with the XP and weapons and how long it takes to complete challenges. Was it still the right decision to pull those servers?
Yes, 100%. And I keep, I'm on socials, right? I'm on like content platforms or whatever. And the sheer amount of videos I see of people being like, oh, this is how you get into this bot lobby. This is how you get into and there's videos of people like using ladders to get to certain places that you normally wouldn't be able to get to. You wouldn't expect to get to, like, oh, go to this spot. And you're like, this is the best spot on the map. You'll win every game as long as you're in this spot and whatever.
No.
And all these people
I think everybody knows a player like that. Yeah.
I mean, people are trying to take the easy way out all the time, man. And like everyone says, like it's like COD-like behavior, trying to get out the map and all this stuff. And I hate all of it, right? I'm the kind of person where the only thing, I mean, I'll use like XP boosts and stuff because they're a thing, right? They're like a reward. You get like XP tokens, and that's as far as it goes. Like I'm not gonna. Why would I want to? It's like people that use unlock tools, right, for games. Like, I don't get it. Why would you want to just get your game and just press a button or pay someone like X amount of money for them to press a button and then, hey, presto, you've got all camos, all attachments, all weapons? It's like, it just takes the point out of playing it, especially for a game like Battlefield, which is like, it's live service. It's going to be around for a bit. It's like, what are you going to do? You're going to go through some bot lobbies, farm everything, and then complain a week later you've got nothing to aim for, Oh, the new weapons come out. Cool. Yep. I'll bot them, and I'll go in a bot lobby and max them out. It's like, that's great. Hey, presto, you're 3 days in and you've maxed out that weapon that's, that you're gonna get tired of it, and then what's the solution now? But like, I don't participate in any of that stuff. I haven't even looked at Portal. Portal might as well not even exist in the game for me. I've got no interest in it whatsoever. I just want the cold hard Battlefield experience. I don't want to be messing around with user generated, user created stuff. But for me, like, they had to take them out. Like, I can't see any benefit. I said this, right? Remember when they announced Portal?
Yeah.
When they did the trailers, and they were like, oh, we can confirm that like XP is going to be achievable and whatever. And I was straight away, I was like, how are people not going to abuse that? Like, we knew this from the minute they said it, and look what happened. And now they're trying to fix it. So
day of.
I was just going to say, it happened exactly with 2042 with Portal. Yeah. And it's like, why the hell have you not learned from your mistakes?
I mean, even in 2042 was weird because you can go and play PvE and rank up, and it's like, the bots were so dumb, and it was just easy money. It's like, God forbid people actually try and play a game the way it was designed to be played. It's like
their keep. Yeah,
exactly. It's like when you see people play Battlefield, and it's like Battlefield is the PTFO thing, right? People who like Battlefield, they know all about playing the objective. Tom doesn't because he's a kill whore, but people that love Battlefield. Whoa! Tell me it's not true.
I was gonna say, I played 2 hours with you in the beta, and I got that sign. I got a sign that Grant takes it way too seriously and gets very angry.
No. Whoa. It's just because you're dog shit. You're always at the bottom of the leaderboard.
But I'm okay with that.
No. I still, like, in a conquest game, I will still get like between 10 and 15 captures.
That's how it should be.
I've recorded about 50 hours of footage. I've got receipts, boys.
But that's okay. So you get what I'm saying there, right? Isn't it? Like, that's the point of Battlefield. It's not just run and gun arcadey like COD. The point is to really, really play your objectives. Like, they wrote it in. They wrote in the feature where if you're losing so bad, the game just ends for you because you're being dominated. You've lost every flag for like X amount of minutes. Like, they're just going to cut the game. So guess how you get around that? You play the objective,
different game, same idea. I play, whether it's Battlefield or Call of Duty, domination is my mode.
Yeah, I love domination.
Yeah, man.
That is exactly what I like to do. And I will finish in Call of Duty domination games as long as, our team is bad at defending the objective. I've ended matches where I'll get 20, 25 captures, which happens way more than it should. It should be I get 3 and then we never have to capture again. But that never
It
happened.
just shows that everybody's like
Fuzzy
out there
Muffin says-
shooting to kill.
Fuzzy Muffin says bottom of the leaderboard are the ones usually play objective. Don't gaslight Grant like that.
No, not in Battlefield. You get quite a lot of points.
You genuinely do, yeah. You can you see the people that don't get a single kill, but they play their role like a medic, for example. They go all.
I love
hardcore
medic gameplay.
They go hack to a
Have
ridge
you-
on that shit, man.
Yeah. Have you seen the guy? There's a guy on Twitter. I think he got 1 million score now, and he's only got 8 kills, but like 6,000 revives.
Good for
Yeah,
him.
that's what I mean. You can do that, like you were saying earlier on top about every time
Just
you play
one
a different
more.
role. You could just give me one more. You can literally do that. You can literally. That's a fantastic film, by the way. No,
Yeah,
hate
I
to
love it,
After
yeah.
That is an incredible film. But you could do that. Like you could be an engineer as well and just go around repairing tanks and stuff. You know, that's why I said, and I did an article about it the other day. I did a feature about it the other day, saying how I love Battlefield, but I just wish they'd brought across fortifications from Battlefield 5 because I want to take an objective and make it mine by putting up sandbags and turrets and tank traps and shit. And like I would spend so long just doing that in Battlefield 5, racking up the XP just for like nailing planks over windows and stuff. It was just so good, you know. I want that to come back.
There
Try
is
Hell
arguments.
Let Loose. Try Hell Let Loose. You can do that in Hell Let Loose.
I tried it. Yeah, I spent too much time just walking and then just I'm gone. You know, and I
That's exactly how I felt about Squad.
yeah.
You spend too much time walking, trying to find people because it's super realistic, and the next thing you know, you're down, and you're just like, that wasn't fun at all. I spent 20 minutes walking just to get shot. Like,
And guess what? You got to walk again. you
I know
Yeah.
because my squad lead is dead, so I can't even spawn on a fob or anything.
Just one more.
There are people fighting though about Battlefield 6. And before we move on, skins. I don't think people know what they want because this is still continuing to be the dumbest argument that takes up way too much of the internet. Battlefield skins are so muted and tame compared to what we've seen from Call of Duty that if people think these are like the wicked grin skin that you wrote about, Grant, if people think these are over the top in any way, what? I don't get it. But
Yeah.
the whole thing confuses me as to why it matters because these are perfectly fine.
It's because they got told, you know, it's because they told them, we're not going to be making ludicrous skins. We're not going to make anything unrealistic or whatever. And then someone says, oh, it's like neon blue. Like there's no place for neon blue on a battlefield, you know? And the way people are kind of like rationalizing it is like, well, it's not Beavis and Butthead. So, you know, by any standard, it's better, right? But I think it's like the odd special edition, limited time, special event, whatever skin you want to throw in. Because I think it's tied to, is it not tied to Halloween or something in some way? I don't know. But that's fine. It's when you get the really bizarre stuff, like you can pick anything from COD, like Nicki Minaj or something, or, you know, or like the ones that run around like as a pigeon or a squirrel or something. It's like, now that if EA Dice turn around and they were like, no, we're going to give you a skin where you can run around as a mongoose or something, then people would obviously lose their shit. But a little bit of blue, that's fine. You know, it's not that bad. It's because they got told no crazy stuff, and then it's like just testing the waters, you know?
But it isn't crazy. Like this is the thing. It isn't. And I said this on Twitter. Yeah, I said but the reality is these are all season 1 battle pass skins, right? The reality is if all of these were standard desert camo, no one's buying that shit.
Yeah.
The reality is that Battlefield 6 is a live service game, and it's going to be for the next, you know, probably 3 years until there's another premium game.
Yeah.
If people are enjoying the game and they want to keep playing it, then at the end of the day, they need revenue. And nobody's buying the battle pass for, you know, really basic skins. They're just not. Like, I'm literally looking at all of them now on my other screen. And the second skin, you know, for anyone that wants to go over to Twitter and look, nice little plug there. But the second skin with the normal camo, if all of those 16 or however many are there was like that, nobody's buying it.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's like I said last week. It's these Battlefield like loyalists, I guess I would call them, that like in a way are probably damaging the game now because they're just so defensive over every little thing
like crazy. Man.
Yeah, it's like, oh, go back to COD, and it's like,
and people and they turn around and they're like, oh, if you give me skins, like a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people talking about the range of, you know, all the military forces around the world. Like, if you ever seen any of those posts where it's like the special forces from every country, and you look at like France, and then you look at like Mexico and Sweden and whatever, and every single one does look like dramatically different. And it's like, take inspiration from that and have them all as like milsim kind of outfits, but just take in those elements. And I think they've done that already, or they're going to do that, because that's what someone else said, is that it's misrepresented because you've got that one blue in a lineup of normal military outfits or whatever, and it's like people are just zeroing in on that one. And there was the article where someone was talking about some user was like, oh, if I see someone wearing that skin, I'm not going to revive them or whatever. And it's just like, it's the pettiest thing in the world, isn't it? You know, pettiest thing in the world.
Over a skin, over a freaking skin. Come on,
that sounds like racism to me. You know what I mean?
yeah. Judging people by the color of their skin, but not the content of their character. Do you see?
Literally,
you see what I did
skins. The color of their skins.
Yes.
You forgot the S. Skins up. You can have multiple. And dude, if I'm somebody at Battlefield Studios, I'm saying, you know, I'll show you, because this is how I am. I'll piss them off, and then you come out with a highlighter pink skin, and you just go to town. You just run around. You look like a pink peep.
Season 7, baby.
Once the player drop off happens after November 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing on Battlefield before we move on. It was found in data mine, the Battlefield Battle Royale game, not part of season 1, but it seems like it's still going to release on October 28th, which bothers me. It's codenamed Granite, which is the mode. It bothers me so much that they're still so silent on this, because you think they'd want to hype this up and not just
5 days.
Here you go.
No. It's so. What I think what's interesting about this, first of all, it is separate from season 1, but it is launching on the same day as season 1. So the start date is October 28th. That tells me that it's probably a separate game, right? Like, it's still just like with Warzone and the mainline premium Call of Duties. So that tells me that it probably is going to be free to play. But the interesting thing behind the strategy with this, basically a shadow drop or whatever, is that it's because it's the brainchild of Byron Beede, right? And he did Warzone, so it's just Control C, Control V in it, and replicating the exact same strategy for Battlefield, which it's a very bold move. And it's going to have to be very good right out of the gate, because we've got Ark Raiders at the end of this month, I believe. It's the end of this month.
Yeah.
And then just 2 weeks later, we've got Call of Duty, and they're doing absolutely everything they can now to try and get players converted. Removal of skull.
Well, yeah, they got to hit that 30% profit margin.
Oh yeah. But they're doing absolutely everything now, and it's a big risk. Like I said a few weeks ago, this should, in my opinion, this should release at the end of November.
I kind of feel the same way.
Give.
Yeah, there's no reason to rush it.
Yeah, like give Call of Duty that 2 weeks, right? Rather than giving yourself that 2 weeks before Call of Duty releases. Give Call of Duty it, and then release.
Yeah, it sounds like they're betting they're betting the eggs on, well, people are going to be in our game. They're not going to want to leave for the next version of Warzone and Call of Duty, because they're already
there. Is there?
I don't know.
I usually they do it like, is it like it's sometime in December anyway?
Yeah, but either way, they want to do it at least. Like, no one will leave us because they're already here, rather opposed to maybe them not wanting to convince people to come over.
Yeah, it's a coin flip, isn't it? Do you get them and hope it's not that good, or do you wait to the end and then hope it? Wait. Yeah, same thing, and you hope it's not that good. Yeah, I've just reiterated exactly what you were saying in a more confusing way.
I just think your brain buffer in real time. That was weird.
Fuzzy, the last thing on Battlefield, will there be another Battlefield before the next gen of consoles? I can pretty much guarantee this. There won't be. There's no way.
Yeah.
This is it. With the next gen of consoles coming in 2 years, there's no way they release another Battlefield 2 years from now, right? Depending how this goes.
I think the rumors are 28, right, for next gen.
27 for Xbox, 28 for PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the next gen Xbox isn't a console; it's a PC. So 28 is the question. Was next gen consoles?
You son of a bitch.
So if the PlayStation 6 is in 28, then maybe. Obviously, it's going to be on both, right? And Call of Duty is probably still on PS4 and Xbox One then as well.
No, they're going to actually start releasing on the PS3 and Xbox 360. With that, it's time to move on to a segment that we haven't done in a while just because our shows have run long, but there's still a lot to talk about and kind of touch on. And it's time for bite-sized bits. A quick note on all of these stories. You can find them over at our website, insider-gaming.com, for full details. Anything we talk about. Number one on the bite-sized bits. Gonna pass it on over to Grant because Dying Light the Beast had a content roadmap released, which I feel like it caught me off guard. I kind of didn't expect them to keep going. I thought they were going to go back to working on Dying Light 2, but what's in this roadmap? What are players going to get?
Do you not listen to what I talk about on these episodes, man? I said like 2 weeks ago. Actually, when did it come out? It came out. I can't remember when it came out. But I said one of the things we were talking about. One of the things we were talking about when it did come out, and I was giving my feedback, is that I was told by the PR guys that, or hinted to, that there was going to be more coming, and I hinted there was going to be more coming, and we were kind of theorizing that obviously meant things like New Game Plus and whatever, because it's easy, right? When you release a game and you want to do more longevity features, it's usually a harder difficulty, and then like New Game Plus, and they're delivering on that. But they've also done like an 11-week roadmap for challenges, which is called Call of the Beast, where it's like a community challenge thing. Everyone has to weigh in and hit like massive milestones to unlock exclusive stuff, and that runs up until, I think it was like early February or something like that, or late January. I don't know when it was, but you can do that, and that's great. And it's like an extra thing. It's not huge. It's not huge content, but it's enough to stoke it a little bit. But then they are obviously dipping back to Dying Light 2 now, and that'll be them for like the foreseeable. But I was talking to the franchise director recently, Timon. And we were just shooting the breeze. And he referenced that it's a funny thing. My son, I shouldn't say this, he's not even 3. He loves Dying Light. I think I've said before, he loves Dying Light. He loves watching the zombies. He finds it so funny when they like run around and they chase you and stuff, because you've got a thing in Dying Light where you can run and look back over your shoulder whilst you're running. And if you're being chased by zombies, you look back over your shoulder. I don't know why, but it makes him crack up so much. And the guys at Techland know this. They've seen videos of him laughing at the game and stuff. And like Timon's like, obviously he's saying they're going to be around for a long time yet. So they're kind of like, it's the next generation of Dying Light fans. So we all know there's more in the tank, and there was the Dying Light the Beast kicked off a whole new generation of it, and there's going to be more coming. So it's good to see that they're still supporting it. But yeah, the roadmap is very small, but it's obviously like it's good they didn't just drop it and run. There's a little bit more there for people to look at as they obviously start to drip away from the game. Now it's inevitable; it's going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice they gave a little bit extra, I think.
Also, we didn't talk about it last week, because it came out after the show aired. Escape from Tarkov is getting a console version eventually.
Hey, can we just dip into the extraction shooter piece for a second? Because Tarkov is obviously one facet, but it's been nuts recently. I put out an article about Arc Raiders being like Arc, the acronym, big letters, how it's like blowing up on Steam, and it's like it's become the most popular extraction shooter on Steam, like bar none. And then Escape from Duckov comes out. What the hell was that?
AP's dog going nuts again.
Cameo again.
2 freaking weeks in a row, man. Unbelievable. I don't know what the hell her problem is. It's you know what's funny? It's literally around the same time, too. That's kind of wild, right?
Must be that. Give me the cue, man. Wrap up.
Damn ghost again. Yeah, maybe.
But this is like, then Escape from Duckov comes in and it's like sold like 1 million copies in 5 days and it's blowing everyone's minds and it's crazy. And the extraction shooter thing is really going crazy. Like in a couple of weeks, you've got Tarkov coming to Steam as well, which is going to be another facet to that as well. But yeah, like Nikita Boyanov, who's the head of the studio at Battlestate, the guys that make Tarkov, was talking after the Tokyo Game Show, and he was talking about all the things they're going to do. And this guy is known for making really bold promises and things that he doesn't always deliver on. But he did mention that a console version of Escape from Tarkov is it's in the works. It's roadmap, storyboarded, whatever, how you want to refer to it, conceptualized, and it's the one thing that people have been looking after for years, because extraction shooters are few and far between on console. Arc Raiders has been a great example of one that is there, and stuff like Hunt, Showdown, or whatever. But Escape from Tarkov to come to console would be like I've always envisioned it as being like a light version of the game, but it's cool to know that there is at least an intention there. We'll see what happens. They've been talking about the console version for a couple of years now, so we'll see what happens now that they've got the game coming out. So they can obviously, readjust their focus on other things. So who knows?
You know what extraction shooter isn't at the top of everybody's mind, despite it being currently in a closed technical test? Marathon. It's peaked. Yeah. It came out in the technical test. The latest test started yesterday on the 22nd from when we were recording, and it's peaked at about 3,800 players. Didn't even reach. It's only reached about half of what it did. But the thing is, it only reached half about what it did the last closed test.
But isn't that going to be like mad restricted though?
I don't know. It should be, because they should just restrict it by not releasing it, because no one clearly wants it.
Yeah,
which is sad. But I
forget it exists. I genuinely forget it exists. When people,
me too, until literally 10 minutes ago.
Like do an article about extraction shooters, and I'm like, we do a bit of evergreen, a bit of best games like Escape from Tarkov, and you're like, what extraction shooters are out there, and you don't even think. It's not even on the radar. Mind,
Elsewhere, the Lord of the Rings game, the exclusive I dropped last month, the deal had yet to be signed with the Abu Dhabi investment office. That I learned earlier this week was officially signed. I updated the story on Insider Gaming. Not sure of the announcement, whether it's going to be made public or not, but this deal is reported for around 100 million. Whether that's the accurate amount, I don't know, but it's around there. It'll inject millions into the game. This is going to be a third-person action game designed to compete with Hogwarts Legacy, whatever the hell they mean by that. I'd reached out to Embracer, and I'd reached out to Revenge again. And I got the same, we don't comment on rumors or speculation, but I was shown the document. I know it's been signed. And it's been signed. Also, EA and Madden, I had first reported it, or EA and the NFL, I had first reported back on Insider Gaming Weekly back in July that an agreement was in place to keep the license, a multi-year deal. And on Wednesday, it became official that EA and the NFL have finally signed that deal. I had said back in July an announcement would happen before the end of the year. The deal is official. We'll keep EA as the exclusive holder of the NFL license through the 2030 season. It pissed a lot of people off, but it makes sense. A reminder, I added a story on Insider Gaming with extra coverage, some extra details. A TLDR of that is, I talked about it back then. The NFL wanted to keep exclusivity. EA was open to giving up the exclusive because it would have saved them some money on paying for the rights. But also, there were a lot of parties that wanted this deal announced before the start of the NFL season, but due to the negotiations and ultimately the announced sale to take EA, a $55 billion sale for EA to take it private, it kind of got put on hold. After that was announced and things kind of settled down a bit, things move forward to announce it here. And we got the announcement this week. So there is what we have. Does anybody, as we start to wind down, have anything else? Fuzzy Muffin says the tech test was NDA'd by players. So yeah, maybe players just didn't sign up because they didn't want to talk about it. Though that NDA doesn't mean anything, because someone who's playing it right now could literally send one of the four of us an email with screenshots and everything about the game, and we can write it up with nothing. So it really doesn't. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you want to do that. Anybody have anything
Tom
else?
laughed midway through a yawn, and it sounded like the weirdest thing.
Here's our
Wrap it up.
Tom, do you have anything in the pipeline that people might want to keep an eye out for? Like that Knights of the Old Republic stuff?
Yeah. Not in terms of individual stories, but I will say keep an eye on Insider Gaming over the course of the next couple of weeks, because something big is cometh. And I can't say anymore.
I know. You have no idea how much I want to just say it, but I can't.
Yeah, I mean,
but according to Molly,
yeah,
one of our regular chatters, I break embargoes all the time. So I don't know. No.
You'll have an NDA in your inbox after this
10
podcast.
minutes.
Yeah.
Late night NDA. Sign this now. Shit. But
yeah, definitely stay tuned. I think it's what we're working on is pretty cool. And yeah, I can't
and you have to stay tuned.
Yeah.
You got to stay tuned to the Insider Gaming Discord and on social media, because we will probably be announcing an update on the future of this show. It's not going anywhere, but there will be a couple changes over the next week or so. I don't know if it'll happen before next week's show. We got to decide that. But we'll keep you guys updated. Follow us at Insider Gaming IG on Twitter, insider-gaming.com on Blue Sky, Insider_gaming on YouTube. Hit up, again, the Insider Gaming Discord. Join the community. Talk, look for groups, hang out, and chat with us. Ask Tom millions of the same question over and over.
Yes.
Including, what's the latest on Battlefield?
Oh, no. I just got out of that, man.
When's Battlefield 7 come out, Tom?
Yeah. Has anyone asked you that yet?
Not yet. It will.
No,
they will.
They will now.
They will now. Yeah.
GTA 6 exclusive? When? Yeah. GTA 6.
GTA 7 exclusive when?
Hey, we got earnings calls 2 weeks from now. Earnings call season happens for the quarter. So, and Take-Two's is on November 6th. So we probably will get an update of either, hey, it's still planned for May 26th or the delay. But we're going to get some sort of comment on the game within the next 2 weeks. But that's 2 weeks from now. It's time to say goodbye. Reminder, like, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. You can find me at Mike Star Media, Grant at Newcov_, AP at the Weekly Wrap Up. Tom, look for the snowmobile. And AP, as always, the floor is yours to take it away.
You heard it, guys. He just gave me the show. I'm the new host. For Mike, Tom, and Grant, I'm, of course, your host with the most A to the P, Albert Perkins, and we will see you on the inside.